evening, everyone. Welcome one, welcome all, welcome everybody to the High Side Racing League Monday night under the lights tonight at Chicagoland. As we are getting set for the green flag, these guys have just finished qualifying. So we are looking at going for the green flag here, and in just a few moments, we are at Chicagoland tonight. Tonight is the first night of the two-race playoffs for High Side this season. We have Chicagoland tonight, and next week we will finish up Season 2 of High Side Racing League. And like I said, we are just waiting for the signal to get going here. I believe these guys have just finished qualifying. And good evening, everyone. I am Shady Acres. And tonight, let's run down. They just finished qualifying, so let's kind of run down the running order for you. Billy Holcomb in the one car on the pole tonight at Chicago. He took the pole with a 29.929. Starting second on the outside pole is Eagles. Eagles going to take the outside pole with a 30.006. In third place, Memphis Phoenix. Boy, Memphis takes third place. Followed by Street Machine in fourth. So, a good top four running order there. And Buddy War, he gets a good starting spot in sixth. And the Rook, RCR, a real fast up-and-coming driver through FTR Racing League as well as High Side. RCR climbing through the rankings quite quickly. He starts the seventh tonight. Keep an eye on him tonight. He's looking to make some noise. Followed by Rub in 8th, Chargers in 9th, and JD in 10th. Now that's going to be your starting order. And Billy Holcomb, like I said, in the one car, starts on the pole tonight. He won the regular season championship last week for High Side, this Monday night Cup League. Looking forward to the championships race next week, as we are getting ready to drop the green flag. And Billy on the pole, Memphis second, Memphis starts third, Street Machine fourth. That's a good top four right there, as we are waiting any moment to get the join. Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone. I'm Shady Acres. Sit back, relax, grab your drink and popcorn, Doritos. Enjoy some good racing for Monday night under the lights. The High Side Racing League, brought to you each week, Monday night. Follow along here on the FTR Racing broadcast. Like I said, I'm always glad to be with you. I'm Shady Acres. Looking forward to actually joining these guys racing in 2 weeks when the new season starts next week. I'll finish the broadcast up in our championship race. And then looking forward to racing with these guys on Monday night. Our broadcast will still look to have a broadcast for these High Side, for the High Side Racing League every Monday nights. as we just got the message you're getting ready to go green. So sit back, relax, get ready. Looks like these guys are just getting ready to strap on in here. Okay, yep, looks like they're getting ready to go here, so pay attention. We're going to go ahead and get to join here. And we're going to start this show off. There's the... And we're getting ready to drop that green flag here at Chicagoland. We are at Chicagoland tonight. Billy Holcomb going to lead us to the green in that number 1 car. As I have to go every Monday night to kind of give the rundown, because it kind of confuses myself a little bit that Billy is in the Monster Energy number 1 Chevrolet. As you see, we are under green, and Billy jumps out to an early lead. But here comes Eagles in the 9 car, looking right underneath of him, already coming into turn 3, turn 4. Eagles diving to the bottom side, onto the apron, going to take the lead from Billy going into turn 1. Billy fights back on the outside, trying to get us some run on the high line. Memphis Phoenix starting 3rd. He's right there. Street Machine in the 5 car. Memphis is in that 18. 2 by 2 by 2. As you have Rub and Dan the Man. Everybody getting into the mix here. Eagles in the 9 on the bottom. Billy in the 1 on the top side. And as I was saying, kind of get confused myself. Billy in that 1 car. And War in the 88, as Eagles was just able to clear Billy just for a moment, but only for a moment. As Eagles now takes over that 1 spot and comes up in front of Billy. Now Billy tries a crossover. Eagles not going to let him. Eagles throws the block down on the apron. And as I was saying, Billy in the 1 and War in the 88 in this High Side Racing League on Monday nights, whereas on Sunday in the A League, Billy drives that 88 machine and War is in the number 1 car. Each week I got to remind myself of that on Monday nights. And as you see, Eagles jumps out in front of Billy. His Street Machine right behind in 3rd in that 5 car. Memphis falls back to 4th in the 18. So let's see if we can kind of run down through the field here. As I said, Billy, our pole sitter in that number 1 Monster Energy Chevrolet. Eagles in the 9, Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet, currently in 1st with a whole mirror full of Billy. We'll try to introduce the drivers here in a minute and go through the field, introduce these guys. Memphis Phoenix started 3rd tonight in that 18, in that Snickers red, white, and blue machine. And there goes Billy on the inside. I knew he was going to go for it. There goes Billy on the inside of Eagles. Billy going to make the pass, as Street Machine going to follow right along. Billy back out in front. Street Machine takes over 2nd. Eagles drops back to third. And here at Chicagoland, which is a very fast track and also has multiple grooves, so look for guys to run into both grooves. So far it looks like that upper lane really has a good run to it before dropping down to the apron like you see a lot of the guys do in the tri-oval across the start finish line. As you see guys dropping down into turn 1 and 2, coming down the backstretch, into turn 3 and turn 4. As you see, they kind of stay a little bit off the white line a little bit. And let's see if we can kind of go through the field and finish introducing these drivers as Street Machine now putting some pressure on Billy. I want to try to get through to introduce these guys to you. So we have Memphis in the 18. Street Machine, as I said, there is Street Machine right there in a 5 car, all over Billy's bumper. Look at him, all on his bumper. Give him a little bump. Let Billy know that he's there. Eagles right there waving. Street Machine slides up the track a little bit, making a little bit of mistake, opens the door for Eagles. Eagles trying to make the run work, and is going to stay on the bottom side. Street Machine gives him plenty of room. Eagles going to dive to the bottom in turn 1 and going to take second spot back over. So Eagles moves back into second. Street Machine drops back to third. And then we've got Dan the Man in the 34 tonight. Dan the Man driving that 3-4. And as I was saying, War in the 88, that Valvoline 88, that Billy usually drives on Sunday, that War in that 88. He started 6th tonight. RCR, as we were saying, the Rook RCR in that 14, and I love that car. It's one of my favorite schemes in this whole NASCAR heat, is that green and white 14. Love that car. Look at that. RCR, keep an eye on him. An up-and-coming driver in both leagues. FTR Racing as well as High Side. This next season that starts next week for FTR will be the start of a full season for RCR. He joined late in the season this past season. And moving on, we have Rub in that 3 car. Rub driving a 3 tonight. Charger Sphinx, last night's winner at Auto Club in the B League, in 8th place. Or I'm sorry, in the 8th car. I'm sorry, in the 8th car tonight. And JD in the 51, another B League driver from the FTR series who finished runner-up in the championship standings. JD had an outstanding season. Finished 2nd in the championship 2 years in a row now for JD. And he's finished 2nd only to this guy here, number 48 tonight, Micah Edwards. Micah just won the FTR B League Series Championship last night. So another congratulations to Micah, as he's in the 48 tonight here at High Side. And in the 43, Hardcore Bubba, as you see Hardcore Bubba in that 43 Petty Motorsports coming down pit road, making a green flag pit stop. As well as the 11 car Pittman. Pittman in his number 11 FedEx Toyota tonight. And then we have Blazing Guns. Another good guy. I love Blazing Guns here. Another B-League driver from the FTR season. He's driving High Side tonight in that 42 Capital One. Blazin had another great season for him this past season, and you keep an eye on him next season. He should be a contender. And those will be our those are our drivers tonight in this High Side Racing League tonight, as we come back up to the leaders, as Billy in the 1 car still out in front of Eagles. As you see, Eagles there in the 9, and these guys look like they're diving down below the white line on the backstretch, signaling that they're going to come in for their green flag pit stop. So here they come, making their green flag pit stop right now. Street Machine following suit, and and that's War in the 88 right behind him there. So all three of those guys come down pit road. Memphis in the 18, I think he pitted a lap ago. So here comes Memphis coming around. And Memphis going across the start-finish line now. And goes off into turn 1. So we're going to keep an eye there. So there goes Memphis there around the track. As Billy and Eagles down pit road. So we're going to kind of see how things stack up here as far as Memphis. Here comes Memphis in turn 3 and into 3 and 4. Memphis going into 3, into 4, and now here comes the guys out. Here comes Eagles and Billy out. So here comes Memphis now across the start-finish line. Here comes Memphis. Billy gets out in first. Eagles in second. Street Machine third. And here comes Memphis right behind. And Eagles breaks loose. Eagles breaks loose. A big mistake by Eagles. I'm not sure if he got help or not, but Eagles spun coming out of the pits in a big break for the front guys, but a terrible break for Eagles. Absolutely gut-wrenching for Eagles coming out of the pits and coming onto the backstretch. I'm not sure if that thing broke loose on him or if he had a little bit of help. I am not sure, but all of a sudden that thing snapped and he was sideways trying to get back onto the track. And that dropped him back way far. And he lost a bunch of spots. As that Memphis was a big winner in that. Memphis is now going to jump up to second. And there's the interval between he and Billy. And there's the interval between he and the third place Street Machine. So Memphis played that right with pitting just a lap before these guys and getting a couple spots left. When Memphis came into the pits, Memphis came into his pit and gave up fourth place. By the time these green flag stops finished up, Memphis is now in second, as he's got Street Machine closing in on him now. So we'll keep an eye on these guys and see if these guys, Street Machine and Memphis, kind of hook up to catch back up to the leader, Billy. Street Machine, he's not going to make that. Street Machine's going to go right underneath of Memphis and take over that second spot. Memphis is going to give him plenty of room and not... it looks like he's going to race him a little bit in a turn 1, but gives him the spot. Memphis is not going to push it down. Memphis is a very patient driver. He's a defending champion himself in the FTR Racing League. He won the B-League Series last year and Season 2 last year and won the B-League Series championship. So he's a defending champion FTR, so he knows how to run a race car. And here he is, so he's trying to stay into the draft, the Street Machine. As you see Billy now really starting to put a little bit of distance between those guys. So now it's going to be really interesting to see if these two guys can get back up to Billy up there, as you see the interval there. And as you see the interval between Memphis and War there in fourth place. War having a great run tonight so far in the top 4. Going into turn 1, these guys are now pretty well spread out. We just had our first round of green flag pit stops. Billy in first, Street Machine second, Memphis third, War here in fourth. And kind of going back here a little bit, as you see now, there's RCR. Now RCR has some damage to the hood of his car a little bit. But Eagles, as you see, going back to Eagles moving back up through the field a little bit. As Eagles came out of the pits in second spot, but as he was coming back onto the track, coming out of the pits, coming onto the track on the backstretch, something happened and it broke loose on him and spun it around and dropped from second all the way back to about 10th. But as you see, he's kind of starting to move back up here again. We got 25 laps completed in stage 1. We got about 14 laps to go in stage 1 now. So there's our top guys here. Billy in first, Street Machine there in second, Memphis third, War in fourth. There's Street Machine. And as you see, kind of going back to the field, Dan the Man right behind Micah in the 48 there. Micah in the 48. Dan the Man right behind him. These guys are really well spread out now. Micah in fifth. Dan the Man here in the sixth position. He's having a great run tonight. Dan the Man is in that 34 car. There's War there, as we just checked in on War. RCR in that 14. And Rub in that 3 car. He's having a good solid run so far tonight in that 3 car. He had a great starting spot. And Chargers in the 8 car trying to keep up, as Eagles is really flooring it now. And Chargers, well, I'm not sure if he's signaling to go down to make another green flag, to make his second green flag stop. Let's take a look. Yeah, he was signaling to make his green flag stop. And just like the FTR series, it's by a rule that if able to signal coming down to the back that you're going to come into the pits on the back stretch by dropping down below the white line on the backstretch. Now, obviously, sometimes you can't do that. And here the rest of the guys come. Micah, Dan the Man, they're coming to make their green flag stops now. Eagles as well. Eagles coming down. So here's the second round of green flag stops. And Pittman, I believe we lost Pittman. Pittman has taken that to the garage. So a big heartbreak for Pittman. Pittman, I know, would have come here with a great car, so looks like he's had some kind of mechanical engine failure, and that's an absolute heartbreak for Pittman. And as you see, Memphis also down pit road now. And Street Machine still out. There's the interval between he and Billy. Street Machine still in second. We're still out. Let's go on up to Billy. Billy, I think, should be coming in anytime. Billy's still staying out. Now, Billy did stay out a little bit longer than everybody on the first initial green flag pit stop. So he does have a few extra laps in that fuel cell. So we'll keep an eye on this to see when Billy is ready to make his green flag stop. But he's still in first. Street Machine second. War now in third. Rub in fourth. And RCR so far in fifth, as we are still in the middle of green flag pit stops. We got 31 laps down. 8 to go. Street Machine now drops down to make his green flag stop. So the 5 car Street Machine down pit road. So we're definitely still keeping an eye on Billy. Now here comes Billy. And Billy comes down pit road now as he gets a little loose. Cuts a little bit of grass, a little bit of agriculturation. Not going to hurt nothing. War following right behind him. They're on the same pit sequence. War in that 88. These guys always confuse me. War drives this #1 Monster Energy Chevrolet, as everyone knows, in the FTR A-League Series on Sunday nights, while Billy drives the 88. And tonight, on Monday nights, as you see, War drives the 88, and Billy drives the #1. Confuses me every week. Every week I have to remind myself. War gets a green flag, looks like he took fuel only, and he's going to beat Billy out here. Pit strategy at its best. So War going to come out in first, Billy second, As let's take a look behind us. So there's Memphis in third. Memphis is going to now pass Billy. Memphis is going to take second over in front of Billy, and he's going to be all over War. Memphis, I believe, has some fresh tires, so Memphis is going to take this. There goes Memphis now. Memphis is going to take the lead over War with only about a handful of laps left, so Memphis takes over the lead. Here comes Billy diving back underneath the War. War tried that fuel only, which got him out front, but only about for a half a lap, as it didn't work out exactly as he wanted to. As Memphis, your leader in the 18, as he's now got a mirror full of Billy in the 1. And Billy drives to the inside, and Billy takes the lead back over from Memphis. As we've only got 5 laps to go now in stage 1, Billy retakes the lead. Memphis drops to second. War in third, Street Machine in fourth. The Street Machine now is catching War very, very, very quick, as War definitely trying to play the pit strategy card, but had two laps left remaining, as these other guys took either just right sides or all 4 sides on tires, or both sides tires rather, either 2 tires or all 4 tires. But War just took fuel only, so that's why these guys really ran him down quite quickly. So War drops to 4th, Micah now in 5th. So War, there you see the interval between War and Micah, who's in 5th. And Micah's got some challenge now from Dan the Man in a 34. And Dan the Man drops underneath Micah. Dan the Man looking for that 5th spot. Dan the Man on the inside. Micah gives the position up. So Dan the Man now moves into 5th. Micah drops to 6th. Only got a few laps to go now in stage 1. So we're still early in the race. You see guys still being very, very patient. These guys are really spread out now. We had 2 green flag pit stop cycles. As they come across the start-finish line, we got 1 lap to go, and now we have a battle for second, as Street Machine has just taken over the 2nd spot from Memphis. The Street Machine has a very fast car, as he ran Memphis down and made the pass for 2nd spot, and takes 2nd for stage 1. Billy, your winner in stage 1. Billy takes stage 1. Street Machine 2nd. Memphis 3rd. War 4th. And Dan the Man, your top 5 in stage 1. So there's no doubt that Billy has that fast car. Micah comes home in 6th for stage 1. Eagles battles to 7th. Rub in 8th. Chargers Finks in 9th. And RCR in 10th. JD 11th, Blazin 12th, Hardcore Bubba 13th, and Pittman, as we said, had to take it to the garage and rounds out the field in 14th. So Billy, your leader and winner of stage 1, the regular season champion here at Highside, won that last week. This is the first playoff race of a 2 playoff shootout for this season of Highside. We'll have the championship race next week, as Billy is going to take him across the start-finish line for the green flag. Billy gets a great jump and gets out real quick in front of Street Machine. Street Machine tucks down very quickly in front of Memphis. Memphis in that 18 car. He's got a rear view mirror of Dan the Man in the 34. These guys trying to get some positions quickly. off of the green flag. I think they kind of know what kind of car that Billy has in that one car. So if they're going to make a move, they're going to have to make a move quick. Because as you see, Billy already starting to pull away a little bit and starting to check out. And he's holding up the fingers. He's at deuces. He's waving deuces to the field. See ya. He's gone. Billy in that one car has an absolute rocket ship here at Chicagoland. And there's no doubt, and we just took the green flag for stage 2, but there's no doubt that Billy by far has the strongest and fastest car in this race, hands down, no doubt. But Street Machine in second there. Street Machine in second. He's got a fast car himself. Street Machine, he's got a piece himself tonight, holding on to second. And Dan the Man in third now. Dan the Man has taken over the third spot in that 34 car in front of Memphis. Dan the Man in the 34 having an excellent run now. He finished the stage in 5th. He was running mainly in 6th all stage 1, took over the 5th spot from Micah right at the end of stage 1 to finish the stage in the top 5, and here he is now in 3rd and pushing Memphis back to 4th. And Dan the Man is having an excellent run tonight. As you see, actually now, is Street Machine kind of closing in on that one car. The Street Machine has caught that draft of Billy. And he has slowly but surely reeled him back in. So Street Machine maybe have made some adjustments on that last pit stop after the stage and has found an extra gear maybe, because he has run down the one car pretty quickly and has given him a mirrorful. So let's keep it here a moment to see if Street Machine can make a move, if he wants to make a move, or if he might want to tuck in and try to check out with Billy on the field and put some distance between him and the 3rd place car. This track reminds me a lot of a little bit of a mix between Vegas and Auto Club. A little bit. The way the layout is, that D-shaped oval. As you see here, Street Machine and Billy kind of starting to put some distance now. Memphis looking in 3rd place there. Memphis taking that spot back over from Dan the Man for 3rd and jumping back up front. Here comes the battle for the lead. Street Machine underneath Billy in the one car, diving in a turn 1. He's going to take the lead. Street Machine into the 1st place. Wow. Street Machine has found another gear in that 5 car, run down the 1 and passed him, and now has the lead. So let's see if Street Machine can check out from Billy, as Memphis passed Dan the Man for 3rd, and Micah, keep an eye back there, Micah in the 48. Micah in that 48, that Ally 48 right, you see right ahead of here, right ahead of Dan the Man. That's for 3rd place. As Micah and Memphis Phoenix, 2 FTR B League champions, battling it out for 3rd right there. Check that out. Look at that. Micah takes 3rd, and Micah tried to pull the crossover move. This is awesome. Okay, we gotta put it right on these guys, because these guys are some excellent dynamite racers. two FTR Racing League champions. Micah and Memphis. Memphis won Season 2 FTR Racing B League Championship last year. Micah, as you see here in the 48, won the FTR Racing League B Series Championship last night for Season 3. So seeing these guys battle it out here at Highside Racing League on Monday nights is awesome to watch. Two champions duking it out for third spot. Dan the Man right there in that 34, right behind them on their heels. As Micah now trying to put a little distance between he and Memphis. And Memphis going to stay right there in his draft with Dan the Man right in tow in fifth spot. And these guys look like they're trying to be hooked up a little bit to run down that 1 and that 5 car. And it looks like they're starting to do it a little bit. These three guys running in a draft, using the draft to their best ability to run down that 1 and 5 car. Billy in the 1, now in second. Street Machine, as you see, he's put a little distance now between he and the 1 car. The Street Machine really found another gear there somewhere along the line. As Memphis, as we got green flag pit stop now, as Dan the Man drops down pit road to make his green flag stop. So we've got 23 laps to go in stage 2. We're in stage 2 with 23 to go. And here's Micah and Memphis both signaling to come down pit road now. As you see, they drop down below that white line on the backstretch if and when they can. Now, sometimes you're unable to. A lot of times, especially after you get a lot of wear on your tires, the fuel burns off, the back end becomes very loose. If you try diving it down below that white line, you're liable to spin yourself out. Especially if you have somebody right on your spoiler taking the air off of it. So sometimes it's not feasible and you're just not able to signal, but you can bet and guarantee that they are on the mic and verbally letting everybody know behind them that they are coming down pit road. So back up here with Eagles, as he's made his green flag stop already. So here comes Street Machine. Street Machine now coming out of the pits. Oh, we had a nice little battle blazing. And Rub in the 3, blazing in the 42. Battling coming out of the pit road. Off of pit road. As JD jumps up in front of Eagles. Almost catastrophe. Whew, that was close. JD came up and got a word from his spotter that 9 car was full blast and full throttle coming off turn 2. And he got out of the way just in the nick of time. Disaster averted. So back up to the leaders now as Dan the Man has now passed Billy for second. Billy looks like his car is kind of maybe going away from him a little bit. And or these guys have gotten their cars much better. Street Machine back out in the lead. Dan the Man now in second. Billy drops a third. Memphis now in fourth with Micah in fifth. Looking back here as Blazin caught up to Eagles, making the pass back here. And here is a good battle for 4th spot with these two FTR champions. Here's Micah in 5th. Memphis in fourth, right in front of him, as you see. And Billy, looking up ahead there. There's, you see the leader, Street Machine. Dan the Man second, Billy in third, right behind him. Memphis in the white car in fourth, and here is Micah in fifth. As you see now, Billy now going to the bottom. So let's get back here to Billy and Dan the Man. Billy dives down to the low side and makes the pass back for second. So Billy's car now has come in a little bit. And he puts it in to full gear and full throttle, all systems go, to run down Street Machine, our leader. He's currently about 1.8 seconds back from Street Machine. So he's slowly reeling them in. Billy's got that down to the floor, you can guarantee it. Trying to pull that Street Machine 5 car in. He's got the lead down to about 1.5, so he's chopped off about 0.3 of a second in one lap. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. As these guys now, after the first round of green flag pit stops, here in stage 2, we have gone caution free. We've had no cautions. And as these guys now, after the green flag pit stops, have really spread out. As Blazin now gone in front of JD. So Blazin, looks like he's got a pretty good car in that 42. Blazin really making a move in his first race here at High Side on Monday night under the lights. Of course, they're at Chicagoland, where they're not necessarily under the lights, but it is Monday night, and I call it under the lights. And Blazin, another very talented driver. Very skilled. Raced with him in the FTR B League season for 2 years. Very great guy. Very, very talented and skilled. He's going to battle for that championship in the FTR B series next season. Had a great season this year. No question, was way up in the point standings. Easily made the playoffs. And he's making a charge for the front here tonight in his first race at High Side. As another guy who's having a great race tonight. And that's Rub. Rub in the 3 car. He's having a pretty good run tonight. Way up into that top 10. He's having an excellent run. Rub in that 3 car. I'm used to seeing Blazin in that 3 car on Sunday nights in the FTR Racing B League. Blazin usually drives that 3 car, so I'm used to see Blazin in that 3 car. But here at High Side, it's Rub. Rub on him. Rub having a great season in this High Side league. As Chargers, he's making his green flag stop in the 8 car. And JD in the 51, trying to chase his cousin Blazin back down. And JD finished second in the championship standings behind Micah. This is the second season in a row JD finished second in the championship point standings. So you definitely know he can smell it and taste that championship. And he'll be back at it starting next week at Sunday at Daytona, when the B League and the new FTR Racing C League kick things off on Sunday night for qualifying and their dual races, which will determine their starting spot and starting grid for for their Daytona 500 in 2 weeks. And Micah making his green flag stop, winning the B League Championship last night, and he will be moving up to the FTR A League Series, which is moving to Wednesday nights, starting Wednesday, March 2nd, when the FTR A League boys will be having their qualifying and duels for Daytona. As you see now, Blazin and JD making their green flag stops. Billy coming to make his green flag stop with Street Machine. So these are our leaders here. So Billy and Street Machine are top two. Let's hang here for a minute as Rub just got out. And looks like War's still out on the track. Let's go on over to War. Here's War. So we'll get a running order and laps remaining here in just another moment or two. As War, your current leader now. Now Billy and Street Machine now coming out of the pits. So here comes War. War still in first. War gonna be your leader. Looks like Micah in second, Dan the Man in third, Billy in fourth, and Street Machine now fifth. Memphis 6, Rub in 7. Here comes War. Okay, War now coming down to make his green flag stop. So War hadn't made his green flag stop yet. So we'll see what he does now as the leaders, the rest of the field on the backstretch. As here's Micah in the 48, as he's got his mirror full of Billy, and Billy and Street Machine diving underneath of Micah here. Micah was your leader, but Billy and Street Machine make the pass respectively for first and second. Micah drops a third now. Dan the Man right behind him in the 34, riding fourth. Micah trying to hold on to that third spot. And as we now have 4 laps to go in stage 2. So Micah trying to hold on to third with Dan the Man right on him. Dan the Man looking on the inside for the third spot. Dan the Man. Billy passes Street Machine for first. Dan the Man passes Micah for third. So Billy, he's got his handful. So Street Machine coming back underneath of Billy now. Street Machine making the pass under Billy. Street Machine takes first back from Billy. 3 laps to go. Street Machine back in the lead. Billy in the second. Coming up on the lap traffic. Bubba in the 43. Ward did have the lead for just a moment, but only for a moment, as he had to make his green flag stop. And Bubba getting out of the way. Looked like Billy tried to get a little draft off of him a little bit. Street Machine, 2 laps to go. Street Machine in first, Billy in second. Down the backstretch. Street Machine first, Billy second, Dan the Man third, Micah fourth, Memphis your top 5 with 2 laps to go. Street Machine into the wall. Off of turn 4, brushed the wall, and that's probably going to just give Billy this stage 2. White flag out, 1 lap to go in stage 2. Billy back out in the lead. Big, big mistake, and Street Machine, knowing Street Machine, he is kicking himself for that. He dove into 3, and just had it floored. Got tight, slipped up the track, brushed the wall, and Billy takes stage 2. Street Machine second, Dan the Man in third, Micah fourth, and Memphis in fifth. For stage 2, Dan the Man having a great run tonight in his 34 machine. Excellent run for Dan the Man tonight. He comes home third in stage 2. So Memphis in 5th, Rub in 6th, Eagles 7th, Blazing Guns in 8th, JD 9th, and Charger Sphinx in 10th. Rub also having another excellent run tonight. Getting 6th spot tonight in stage 2. So we're getting ready to stack them and rack them for stage 3. Now we're really going to start to see some gloves come off a little bit with these guys. As Billy is going to take us to the green flag for stage 3. Going green, Billy. Or actually, I'm sorry, Street Machine comes out in first. Billy in second on the outside. And Street Machine gets a great jump. Excellent jump off of the gate, out of the gate. Dan the Man pushes up into Billy and gets down low into Memphis. Down on the apron. And Micah gets into the wall. Wow, what a major turn of events. JD in the 51 dives under Billy here. Eagle's going to follow suit into turn 1. Billy stuck on the outside. RCR, the Rook in the 14. He's following Eagles under, trying to get under Billy. Coming down the backstretch. This is for a fifth spot. JD in the 51. Right behind Blazin' in the 42. That's for third spot. Billy fights back. Power move on the outside of JD, trying to make it work. Gets a little drafting help. Tucks back in, underneath, crossover move. He's going to get underneath and grab position under JD. Down into turn 3, takes fourth. Sets his sights on Blazin', who's third. And look who is second, Rub. Awesome run for Rub. But here we go, back in the back a little bit. For 6th, 7th, 8th. RCR in 14, in the 14 car, has got a mirror full of the 51, JD. JD dives to the inside of RCR. Side by side, coming down the front stretch, across the start-finish line in a tri-oval. Eagles tucks right behind JD into turn 1, trying to give him that push. Right there in the draft. JD makes the pass. He clears, jumps right back up, and oh man. He'll come back down, and Eagles will get that draft off of JD. There he is, there it goes. Now he gets that draft, and he clears RCR for the pass. That's for 6th spot. Eagles now looking for 5th. Dives under JD, and he's going to take the 5th spot. JD kind of hung out to the outside now. RCR in the 14. He makes the pass on JD. War in the 88. He follows suit. JD stuck to the outside as the train now comes underneath. Memphis following War. Micah in the 48. He tries, but JD finally able to tuck back in line. As War now dives to the inside of RCR. The 88 and War to the inside of RCR. The Rook in the 14. War in the 88. the FTR veteran. Into turn 3, he makes the pass. Memphis. An FTR champion. He's right behind War. He's moving up. The gloves came off here in stage 3, as now we got Rub has got his hands full with Billy. Billy in the 1, he dives into underneath Rub into turn 3. Rub now in 3rd spot. An excellent, what a run by Rub. This is the guy who put so much work and effort in each race. This is a guy, and I kid you not, I will never forget this. When we were practicing, I can't even remember which track it was, he literally had to duct tape his foot to the accelerator. He duct taped his foot to the accelerator. This guy, Rub, loved him to death. He just comes in, has so much fun with it, races his butt off. Here he is in 3rd. He's got his hands full now with Eagles, but having an excellent run here at Chicago. Rub in that 3 car, holding his own in 3rd spot. In stage 3 here at Chicagoland in the High Side Racing League. Rub in that 3 car. What a run. It's just awesome to see. I will never forget that. He had his girl duct taped that foot to the accelerator. It kept sliding off. And here comes Eagles in the 9 car. Dives under the... Yep. Rub. He must have some extra rapid duct tape around that foot. He keeps it down tight and gets that run off the backstretch. So he's able to hold 3rd for another moment or two. As War right behind him with Phoenix. It looks like they're catching these guys now, but Rub, I want to keep it here. I mean, Rub, love this guy. Absolute death. This guy is like Micah. He will put you just cracking up. I mean, it takes a serious situation, knows how to make light of it, and just comes out here and has so much fun. Win, lose, or draw, he just has fun. But he races his butt off. As Eagles in the 9 car, looks like he dives down to signal for green flag stop. So look for green flag stops now to start making their way here. As Rub and up into the wall. Oh no! Oh man, Rub just got everybody to start coming underneath. I think Rub was trying to get down to get into the pit, but it was caught on the outside. Oh, but he'll be all right. You know he'll be all right. Like I said, he will make light of that situation. Green flag stops being made, so back up here with the leaders. Street Machine in 1st, Billy in 2nd. Eagles all over War now, and who's in 3rd. War in the 88. And here comes Eagles looking underneath. And Eagles looks like he got a little bit loose off of turn 2, and Micah right there behind him in the 48. Gave him a little tap from behind, let him know he was there. And here he comes, and they're coming down to make the pit stops. And Micah got into Memphis a little bit, and they're bottlenecked up coming down in the pits. Here, look at this. Look at these guys. They're trying to get down the pit road. Look at this. Don't ever say that these guys aren't competing. Look at this. Anybody were to say that these guys in high side aren't competing their butts off, just look at that. Awesome. They're blazing. They don't obviously, when you're on pit road, the computer, The algorithm takes over, so you have no control over that, but the computer had him coming in hot. And back out to the leaders coming out of the pit. Street Machine first, Billy second. And, like Rub, did Rub get that third back? Yeah, it looked like Rub got that third back. But definitely has some damage. And Dan the Man caught on pit road. Dan the Man looks like he may have gotten a penalty, and that is huge. Huge. And Dan the Man was running into the top 5 pretty much all night, finished third in that last stage. As we have now Billy all over the bumper of the 5 car now. But first, as you see, back to Rub in third, Eagles in fourth. As they come across the stripe now, we have 35 laps to go. 35 laps to go. There's still quite a bit of time left. We're still going to have we should have about 2 green flag stops if we go green the rest of the way, which I anticipate. We have yet to have a caution tonight. We have gone caution free. And looking back here, that Eagles has just passed Rub for third. Rub definitely has some damage now. Looked like that occurred on pit road. Now let's get back to Eagles. And speaking of costly pit road mistakes that I believe we saw Dan the Man have to serve a penalty. And here's Eagles finally back into that top 3, where in the first stage, in the first round of green flag pit stops, Eagles was coming out of the pits in either second or third spot. Came out of the pits, was coming around, went to merge back onto the track as he approached the backstretch. Came to the backstretch, started moving up, and somehow, I don't know if there was any contact made or that machine just snapped and broke loose as he tried to come up onto the track, but broke loose and snapped sideways, and Eagles went from second or third and dropped all the way back to about 10th. And he's taken all race to fight and get himself back up. As you see now, he is back up to third spot. He's about 3 seconds behind our leaders. And here's our leaders here. Street Machine still in first, Billy in second. And here's you see the interval between he and Eagles, and then Rub back in fourth. Or actually, I'm sorry, Rub is actually a lap down. I'm sorry. Micah is in fourth. Rub had gone a lap down. The damage that Rub has, not sure what happened there, but Micah's in fourth. RCR now in fifth. So here's RCR, the Rook they call him in the A-League. In the 14 in fifth, he's got Memphis in the 18 in sixth. There's Micah in the 48. Micah in the 48's in fourth. RCR here is in fifth, with Micah all over him in sixth. Now RCR, as I said earlier, one if not the number one up-and-coming driver in the FTR Racing Series, now in the A-League, getting ready to start his first full season with FTR. He joined the league the last half of this last season, started in the B League, did so well, ran so well, that he was moved and bumped up to the A-League. And he's done very well in the A-League. As now Memphis trying to put some pressure on RCR, but RCR uses Rubb as a little bit of a pick. RCR, like I said, as I was saying, in my opinion, the number one up-and-coming driver in FTR, and I'm very excited to see what he's going to do with a full season in the league. When the points reset, starting 2 weeks. Now next week, Wednesday, March 2nd, when the A-League moves to Wednesday nights. Wednesday, March 2nd, the A-League boys, including RCR, will have their qualifying and dual races for their Daytona 500, which will be the following week, Wednesday, March 9th. And as I was saying, I'm very excited to see what kind of season RCR is going to have with a full season starting out of the gate. I definitely look to see him have probably several wins. And we have a big rush. Memphis and Rubb just got together and went around. And that is heartbreak for Memphis. Memphis now sideways. And not sure what happened as Memphis now coming down pit road. I'm not sure if they were trying to make a green flag pit stop and got together. But Memphis and Rubb both went around. Caution. The caution did come out, I believe. I believe the caution is out. Did the caution? No, caution did not come out. I'm sorry, I thought caution came out there for a moment. I think we are still green, because we're watching Dan the Man here. Yep, we're still green. But Memphis and Rubb got together and both went around. I'm not sure if one or both were trying to make a come down pit road, but got together right before the entrance to pit road and both went around. Caution did not come out. And Billy serving a penalty. Is Billy serving a penalty here? Dan the Man is showing your leader. Did Billy get a penalty? We're going to keep it here just a moment. Yep. Billy just had to serve a penalty. Talk about costly errors and mistakes. Uncharacteristic of Billy getting a penalty and a black flag on pit road with 20 laps to go. Now he will absolutely need and pray to have a caution come out if he's going to have any chance at all now of catching any of the leaders. As the running order now stands after this last green flag pit stop cycle, Street Machine still your leader, Eagles now in second, Micah in third, RCR, who we were just talking about, now in fourth, and Chargers Finks in the 8 car now in fifth. Chargers Finks has come out of nowhere and battled himself up now into the top 5. Chargers Finks, who won the B-League race at Auto Club last night, picked up his second win of the season for the B-League series that wrapped up last night, and he won from the pole last night. And Chargers, here's a guy who really flies under the radar a lot. I don't think he gets talked about much. You don't hear much from him. But he's always up there with a very, very fast car. Especially in the B League, he's always running with the leaders. As he just got passed by Dan the Man for that 5th spot. So Dan the Man in the 34 now moves up to 5th. Chargers in 6th. As he's now Billy's going to take the 6 over. Now Billy is on a mission. Look at Billy. He's got that hammer down. But back to Chargers here. Chargers is one of the top B-League drivers for FTR. Like I said, won from the pole last night at Auto Club. Had an excellent season. And I'll be watching him next season for the B-League, as he is, I'm going to call it now, he is my dark horse. He's my dark horse candidate to win the championship in the B-League next season. I'm putting it out there right now. That's my call. He's my dark horse candidate for the B-League series. Watched him race with him all season. And he is a very skilled, very talented, very patient race car driver. And he knows how to get around the racetrack. And he's having an excellent run tonight. And I'm going through things here a little bit. As Memphis in the 18 has taken it behind the wall. I wonder if that's as a result of what happened in the contact and what happened between him and Rubb. As Rubb, who was a lap down, I think what happened was Rubb was trying to get onto the pits and got into Memphis, and both of them went around, which really is going to cost Memphis and put him back tremendously. And Memphis looks like he had to take it behind the garage, and Memphis was up there all night long. Man. Well, we've got, let's see here, this time by. We've got 9 laps to go. So we're in the single digits. We got 9 to go. Street Machine first, Eagles in second, RCR third, Danaman in fourth, and Micah in fifth. And Rub, as you see, coming down pit road, a lap down. And Street Machine. We'll have to see if Street Machine has to make any more green flag stops. We've got 9 to go. Yep, looks like he just signaled to come down pit road. So one more round of green flag stops. And now we'll see. This is where you absolutely cannot make a mistake, but pit road, we'll see what happens. Eagles in second. There's Eagles in second. They're in the 9 car. So here's our leaders down pit road. Strategy at its finest here. Do you take 4 or do you take 2? There's 8 laps to go. Do you take 4 or do you take 2? If it's me, I'm taking 4. Because if you take 2, and the guy behind you takes 4, he's going to run you down. So, I'm taking 4. But we'll see what happens with these guys. Danaman in the 34. He had a serve a penalty. As Eagles jumps out in front of Street Machine. So, let's see. Street Machine took 4. I know Street Machine took 4. So let's see if Eagles took 2. Which, by the way it looks, that's possible. Now, Danaman now showing your leader with as 1 lap up. Now, here comes Danaman now. So Danaman is just down pit road. Now, let's watch Danaman and see what he decides to do. As Eagles is just now coming off of turn 2 with Street. Street now fastly approaching Eagles, so I think Eagles only took 2. Yep. Street Machine just blew past Eagles. And Danaman looks like so there they go right there. So there's Street Machine and Eagles just past Danaman for the lead. And Street Machine now looks like he can be on cruise control for the win. Out in the lead, Eagles in second, Micah third, Danaman now in fourth with RCR in fifth. Their running order as of now. Now, as Street Machine crosses the line, we have 4 to go. So RCR now just passed Danaman. There's RCR there in the 14, right ahead of the 34 here. Danaman in the 34 now in 5th. Micah has moved up to 3rd. Where's our boy Micah? There's Micah. In 3rd. There's you see Eagles in 2nd. Micah now comfortably in 3rd. So we got 3 laps to go. Micah now trying to run that 9 car down. But nobody's going to be able to run that 5 car down. As here comes Street Machine here. Crosses the start-finish line again. We've got 2 to go. 2 laps to go. And Street Machine, who has dominated this race. Well, since the 2nd stage, Billy dominated the 1st. The Street Machine has taken it the rest of the way. And here comes Street Machine taking the white flag. 1 lap to go. And Street Machine with 1 lap to go. As he comes down, and he takes the win. Street Machine, your winner. Here at Chicagoland, Eagles in second, Micah third, RCR fourth, Billy in fifth, Dan the Man sixth, Chargers in seventh, War in eighth, Blaze in ninth, and Rub finishes in 10th. So we will get our top 3 into the booth. Street Machine, Eagles, and Micah. What an excellent race. What a race. Let's get these guys to the booth. Our top 3. All right. Let's see if we can get these guys on in. I'm trying to get, let's see if we can find Street Machine. Let's try to get Street Machine up in here. Let's just send some invites out. Trying to find, I don't know if I have Street. Let's see. Trying to get, I don't have Street Machine here in my, damn it. Here we go. Alright, now we got our top 3 in here. So,
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
now let's start with my boy from the B League, who drives the 48 car, Micah. What up, dog? The first time I get to actually interview you in the booth tonight.
Yep.
Did I have you last week? I couldn't remember. I have you last week. Did you? Okay. Anyway, I don't care, man. I have love having you in the booth, man. I was looking forward. In that 48, man, give me your rundown on the night. How did you get up to third, man? Tell us all about it. Yeah, Memphis ended up. He got. He and Rub got together. I think Rub. I'm not sure what happened if Rub was trying to get on the pit road, but they got together. Memphis went around and ended up, yeah, having to take it to the garage. We were watching, man. It was awesome to watch, man. I mean, and your leg hurting. Oh, I can't wait for that myself, man. In a couple weeks, but man, it's getting you all tuned up for next week, man. And as I was saying, man, and just have the opportunity on an actual broadcast to personally congratulate you on winning that championship last night in the FTR B League series, man. Absolute congratulations. Does racing with these guys in high side and a lot of A League guys for FTR racing this high side racing series. So racing with these guys, does that help you kind of prepare for what you're looking forward to in the A League? Oh. Oh, you got that right, but we ain't gonna let you let your guard down. We ain't gonna let you do that. You'll always come ready, man. Absolutely glad. Congratulations, getting the third place tonight, and absolute awesome watching you win that championship last night. Congratulations on that championship, I'm telling you, man, Shady Lady wants that picture of you in that trophy. Oh hell yeah! I mean, she's waiting for it because making a nice, good one because she's got something special she wants to do with that. That's for real, man. She's putting that on the wall. She is. I'm telling you, she's putting it on the wall. Yes, sir. You put that smile on, boy. You put that smile on with that trophy because she wanted it. Definitely, man. Well, congratulations on getting the third place tonight, man. We'll see you next week in this final racing series, this final season with High Side, man. Anytime, brother. Always, anytime. And Eagles, you there?
What's up?
All right, my man. Eagles in the 9 car. Tell us, Eagles. Saw you running a little bit of trouble coming out of the pits early. Tell us Tell us about your whole race and coming back from that. Give us your rundown.
Yeah, I had a ton of freaking issues tonight. I have no idea how I finished second. None. I was so close to DNFing. Give me a minute.
Looked like he had to he got pulled away from the boot there a moment. We'll give him a minute. We'll give him a minute.
Alright, I'm back.
All right,
Um,
all right. So go ahead, give us your
yeah,
rundown on the race, man. What happened?
yeah, I had a ton of issues. My car was clearly fast there at the end of the race. In the beginning of the race, I was actually racing a little bit with Billy and Street, and, then when we made our first pit stop, it seemed decent. Yeah, I actually got in without wrecking for the first time in a couple races. Wrecked last night, wrecked at Homestead, and, I don't even remember the races before that, but, of course, if you get in right, you can't get out right, so on my way out, uh, there's like a flat spot and then there's a curve spot, and they're both half a lane wide. So I spun around on it, and I went all the way back to 11th. I think I fought my way back to 7th by the end of the stage, and really didn't have any issues after that. But it all picked up again when the end of the second stage, missed the gear, went from first to second, and then I was in neutral. Then I was in third, and then back to second, and got rear-ended, had rear end damage. So bad that well, I hit the apron 3 times, about took rub out, and ended up losing the lead pack. And yeah, I mean that sucked. I had a lot of damage from that. It was just my rear end just got rear-ended because I missed a shift with the shifter again. And then I went to make my first pit, got run over going into the pits. I called it out, but I got run over anyhow. And think I went back to dead last and fought my way back up to fifth, sixth, seventh, or something like that by the end of the stage. And then something else happened. I think I wrecked coming out of the pits again, or something happened because I restarted at that final stage, almost near the back. I don't even remember what happened. Then I fought my way back up to the lead, not the lead, but like third. And I had a little bit of hope when Billy sped. Had a little bit of hope because we came out of the pits and I was 3.1 seconds behind Street and ran him down to 2.2, and then I hit the glitch and it went back up to 2.9, and by the time he pitted it was back down to 2.5 again, so I know my car was freaking fast. Then I took 2 tires, spun coming out of the pits again, I got in the grass a little bit, and well, there went my 4-second lead for taking 2 tires. It was down to a second and a half. And finished second. I mean, I was pretty darn lucky to finish second. You know, coming out of the pits and wrecking 2 or 3 times. Got run over going into the pits. Missed the shift and got rear-ended. A lot happened. And can't seem to put a race together. I didn't finish the race last night. Didn't finish Homestead. Got stuck on an invisible wall.
Oh,
I
remember
ended up running
that.
into
Remember that. Wonder what in the world happened with that, man. I kind
just
of want.
wrecked. My freaking brake bias just wrecked going into the pits again, but instead I got stuck on an invisible wall, and I had no idea you had to push down on the shifter to get it to go into reverse, so found that out afterwards, but
We
yeah.
had. I wanted to ask you about that.
So
I'm kind of glad you reminded me of that. I remember because I don't know if you checked out the broadcast from
yeah,
last week,
I did.
because we
Yeah.
saw you there, and I was like, "What in the world? How in the heck did somebody get stuck like that?" I
There's an
didn't.
invisible wall to keep you from running over the ambulance people, and to be honest with you, I would have rather just did that, but I was stuck on it, and I, I hit the gas, I put it in neutral, I left off the gas, tried to get it like back up a little bit, but nothing happened. And Bubba, appreciated what Bubba did. Didn't help though because I was ghosted, but he tried to come and push me out of that situation. And eventually, after losing 4 laps or something like that, obviously I had 15 seconds of damage on top of that for slamming an invisible wall that ain't there. So finally got into the pits, and well, I was 4 laps down after that. So
Yeah, remember all that, man. You have. I mean, it kind of one of those
it's been
drivers,
it's been
man.
really
Yeah.
bad. It's gonna cost me a championship. I think Billy's got it at this point. Um, he came in 17 points, 16 points ahead of me, and I got no stage points tonight. He won both of them.
Well,
All
he
I did was
won. He
finish 10
won one
spots ahead of
stage.
him.
He won one stage. I think Street won the second stage.
I think Billy won both of them.
I won
I'm
both
not
of them.
sure.
Did Billy win
Yeah,
both of
Billy
them?
had 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew because I knew it was kind of coming
That's
down there
30
to the end.
points. That's 30 points because I didn't get any stage points. And then he had the pull, so that's 35. And then I maybe made up 8 at the end or something like that, so he pulled 28 points on me. And it really all goes back to last week. Wouldn't have had too much of pressure on me if I didn't come into a 17-point deficit, but, you know, didn't finish at Darlington because it was like a 6-car wreck with no caution. Didn't finish that race. Didn't finish last week because I got stuck in an invisible wall 4 laps down. And then FTR was no better. Didn't finish Vegas. Forget what even happened to Vegas. Oh, I got hit and sent to the infield. That's what happened. Last week, I didn't really care about last night. I was just kind of laughing it off, just jumped off. I heard Sludge apologize over the broadcast last night. It didn't really matter.
Yeah,
I really
he
didn't
did.
plan on racing,
Yeah,
but
he did. He felt bad about that. It was definitely
yeah.
not intentional.
I was already losing control. I'm telling you, I told Ward this last night. Every place I go to, the brake bias is going to be 90% because I'm sick and
I
tired of
saw.
them going into the pits.
I heard that.
Every week.
I heard that.
Darlington, I had an issue at Darlington and in High Side. Had an issue in Vegas and was it FTR? Actually, I think that one was decent, but Auto Club. I was already wrecking last night. All he did was help me a little bit. Tonight it was fine tonight, but coming out of the pits, you can never put a good freaking race together. It's it costed me any chance I had. I didn't really have a chance because I didn't run well, and plus I missed some races over the regular season in FTR. But I really wanted to have a chance for something in High Side, and a bunch of bad races put together. I think it's been. I had a good finish tonight, but usually I'd be all right with second. But
Yeah, you can't shake a stick at second place. Especially overcoming all the hurdles that you did tonight. So finishing second, absolutely hats off. And a job well done just to come fight back and finish second, man. And
yeah, I just
really,
can't seem to put a race together. And all I wanted to do was not. I'm defending champion in FTR. I just did not want to go winless this season. And Vegas had some issues at Vegas. Had some issues last night, and Texas had some issues there. So I don't know. Seemed like I'm putting a lot of bad races together, and I really don't have a chance next week. Didn't have a chance last night, so on to next year for me.
well, then hey, then next week it's all about just having some fun,
Yeah,
and
that's what it was for me last night, and I had a lot of
yeah,
fun. But
yeah. And that's what
um,
it was. I couldn't tell you that last night was probably the funnest race I've had ever in online on the online racing league and joining FTR and being a part
it's
of it.
always nice when you go into a race and don't have any pressure on you. You have pressure all regular season to get that first win, get the monkey off your back, and it happened in High Side pretty early. I won the opening race.
Yeah.
Never happened in FTR, so I had the monkey on my back to the last race of the season, and then I said, screw it. I'm not going to win Auto Club. I don't have a great car here. Just try to go have some fun. And that's what I did, but didn't finish that one either. So
Well,
can't seem to put a good race together.
well, maybe coming
Um,
off of winning the championship, in season 2 in FTR, maybe put a little too much pressure on yourself, and next starting Wednesday, March 2nd, you got you boys in the A League for FTR kick off your season with your duels. So head back down to Daytona and put everything that happened this season in the rear view. Start fresh. The whole new season, man. It's a whole new game, whole new ball game, brother.
yep, most definitely.
So
I have to do the points. Street Man made up some points on Billy. I'm not sure. He was right behind me in the standings, but
well,
looks like he's gonna be defending champion. But yeah, go ahead, move on to Street.
let's talk to our winner here, Street. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Awesome, awesome. Glad to have you up in the booth, brother. I've been watching you, several race leagues. Congratulations on getting the dub tonight, man. You've really put it together. Tell us, man, you had a heck of a car tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. I was a little tight, a little loose. Made a couple of mistakes, but overall it was fast. It was pretty good behind people too. Have an awesome car. I'd like to thank my sponsors. Number 5. Actually, I don't have any sponsors, so look for some sponsors out there.
There's this Chevrolet, the 5 Chevrolet. They had the main sponsor of the Chevrolet.
Yeah, it was a. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna go ahead. You just had a great race. Really put it together. saw you were really battling with Billy there in the beginning, and I think Billy had that speeding penalty. When that happened, did you kind of breathe a sigh of relief and just kind of floor it, or did you just put a little bit? Did you feel any more heat, or did you kind of, like I said, breathe that sigh of relief a little bit?
Well, I was battling with him first two stages. Eagles was up there in the first stage. Billy did have a fast car. I watched him gain on me there in the second stage. I don't know if he was just laying back trying to save a little bit of fuel or something and then come back, but he gained pretty quick on me, so I knew he had a fast car. Third stage, when I heard that he got a black flag, I kind of had a big sigh of relief. I knew I had at least 2.5, 3 seconds over second place, which really gave me a good lead after pit stops, so I could kind of take it easy and not push so much. Trying to keep up with Billy and ahead of Billy. I know sometimes I got a little pushing too much in the corner. I got a wall a couple times. Got loose from overworking my tires, but overall it was about equal with Billy's. I don't know who had the better car in the long run, but yeah, that black flag of his really helped me out, and I almost had one just before he did.
Yeah, now you said it, that did remind me right there at the end of stage two. You did have the lead, and when you guys were fighting 1-2, and you got looked like you pushed up there in 3 and 4 and kissed the wall just enough where it killed your momentum, and Billy was able to get by you and take stage two. Did you have to did you coming out of you know into that stage, Billy really at the beginning of stage two after stage one, it kind of seemed that really Billy had the fastest car. But then, and especially in stage two, Billy jumped out to a really good lead and almost checked out. And I even said that see ya, he was gone. But then all of a sudden, you kind of like kicked it into an extra gear, and you almost found like an extra gear and reeled him right back in. Was there an adjustment that was made, into the pits, or was that kind of waiting for your car to come in, or did you just was that just kind of how your car worked? Did you have, wait for your, get some heat built up in your tires? I mean, it just kind of seemed like you found another gear there.
Yeah, this race tonight, for some odd reason, started out loose for me. The race before that, during qualifying and everything, was nice and normal, maybe a little bit on the tight side for practicing, but it started out loose on this race. Stage two, I made a few air pressure adjustments and a slight wedge adjustments, which really helped out, especially in the long run, because about the last 4, maybe 5 laps is when it started getting loose, especially out of turn two. If I was up a little too high or whatever, then crossing the seam the wrong way would almost send me sideways down into the infield wall. So I had to make a little more adjustment on my air pressure to deal with that. But I think stage two, I got it to the best I could get. I tried working with it a little bit more in stage three. I seemed to kind of go the wrong way at first, but then I turned it back and then went a little bit more back the way I came, and it turned out pretty good in the long run.
It definitely kind of looked like that. And, also, by the way, I had your stream on the entire race. Especially, with the leaderboard. I kind of use different drivers' streams for different races throughout broadcasts, and I was on your stream especially, not just for the leaderboard, but I also use it for the view of the track, and of course you were there at the front, so kind of getting a good view, and riding along with you all race on your stream. Man, it looked like that your car, you just had a really good handle of the car. Is it something that you kind of dialed in and practiced throughout the week? Did it handle like that? Was that something you just kind of learned to? Is that something you kind of just learned to know what your car was going to do, or did you have to, really dial it in here at Chicagoland over the weekend practice?
For this car, luckily, I've already had it built for my league race. What was it, about a month and a half ago, and it got me in the week league and pretty close to all time. So I was pretty happy with it. Practicing with some of these guys, I seen they had pretty good times for fast laps and stuff in practices. So I practiced with them, made some adjustments in pits to see what I could do during the races and during pit stops or whatever that would help in the long run if I needed to, or in the early run if that's where I was getting beat at or whatever. But I seemed pretty comfortable with it, so I let the car be what it was and just made my adjustments in pit stops.
Absolutely, congratulations, man, on getting the win tonight. And like I said, I follow you on YouTube, and I've seen several of your races throughout the past season, and not only obviously high side personally watching you, but watching you throughout the week in different leagues and stuff like that. And you're incredible driver, man, and it's awesome too. I don't think I've had the opportunity to bring up to the booth to introduce myself a little bit, and to give you a nice little interview and give you a congratulations on the W, man. So um, definitely wanted to say that and let you know that I follow along on your YouTube, and one of your fans, man.
Appreciate it. I do only have a handful, but all matter and count. If you're out there listening, hit that like and subscribe button. Can always use some more followers. I try to put on my best show every time I race. Sometimes it's for fun, sometimes it's for league racing. Sometimes I do get an attitude, and sometimes I'm as happy as can be. But
Good
that
run,
goes with the
Street.
racing, and I appreciate it. Good run for you too. Damn sorry it happened to get a black flag for you. I would really like to see what happened at the end there,
Yeah,
especially with
it's all
Eagles
good
trying to
though. Hey,
catch
it
up
happens.
there. Oh yeah, I've had a couple races myself.
Yep.
It's been an awesome season so far.
Yep.
Yeah, so far
Had a
so good,
blast.
and we'll finish this season up as season two high side next week with the championship race. And Billy, you're headed into that. Like Eagles was kind of mentioning with getting a couple of stage wins tonight, and kind of really increasing the lead in your points possibly when it's all said and done. Where did I can't remember what on the what'd you get, seventh tonight?
I think I finished fifth.
Fifth, was it fifth? Okay, I can't remember where. I saw on the broadcast after that penalty that man, you were flying, bro. You were flying, trying to make up everything you can. But at that point there was under 20 laps to go, so you're really praying on a caution there, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot. I mean, I didn't have any pressure coming into the pits. I don't know. I just messed up. It's not a lot. I don't mess up a lot. And
Very very uncharacteristic what I said in the broadcast.
yeah, and it just hey, it happens. I mean, you pushing it and trying to get all you can get, and I just made a mistake, and it cost me. So did the same thing in Atlanta. I dominated that race at Atlanta, and just I killed it in the pits. It's kind of my fault as well, but hey, it is what it is. We got a championship race to run next week, and anything can happen. So just just had a blast, man. Had a blast racing with these guys tonight.
I had a blast to be able to watch it and then bring it to broadcast. And like I said, Street, congratulations on the dub. I think Eagles already had to exit the booth. Micah, congratulations on that third place finish tonight, and also congratulations once again on that championship. And like I said, Street, congratulations on the win tonight. And like I said,
Thank you.
I'm
Appreciate
really
it.
glad you'd be able to come up in the booth and give you an interview and just let you know I'm one of your fans, man. So I tune in and follow you. And like I said, man, you got a fan up here, and keep an eye on you.
I can
Appreciate
tell
it.
you,
I
man.
like you
I'm
guys' channel too.
Yep, super proud of Micah tonight. You know, had a great race last night and won the championship, and then come back in here tonight and get a top 3 against some really great
Yeah, he
drivers.
had a good
So
car.
very proud of him. That's my up and coming. That's my mini me. So he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with next season. So
You
very
gotta
proud
teach him a
of
little
him.
bit better pit strategies a little bit.
Yep. But he's doing a fantastic job, man. I mean
Oh yeah, he's been doing
he's
great
doing
this
great.
season.
He's doing what he needs to do and learning and getting better, and he'll get there, man. I promise you. That's what it's about.
No, it's only getting bigger and better and more exciting, man. Each and every single race getting more exciting in all the leagues, whether it's FTR, high side, street. I know you're in the checkered flag on Friday nights, I think, is it?
Yep,
Yep.
that's another one of the leagues.
Yeah, it's on Friday nights, and that's one of your leagues that I've kind of follow and watch. So we will see everybody again next Monday night for high side. That's going to do it for us. Street Machine, your winner. Eagles in second, and Micah in third. For everybody tonight at High Side, I'm Shady. We'll see everybody next week in our championship race for High Side Monday night under the lights racing. Good night, everyone.